What's up, everybody? What is up? How is everybody doing today, man? If you are having a good day, I'm happy for you. Me, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Can't complain. Definitely have been working and trying to continue to be great, right? Continue to learn. And today I am here to show you guys how you can access products for cheap. Okay. Now, when it comes to this, I'm gonna tell you, it ain't for everybody. Okay. If you're somebody that has been wanting to resell electronics and you've been looking for a electronic source, somewhere to just start, right? You're not alone. That was me. Okay. I was in that position where I was searching and looking for somebody literally that was selling electronics, but not just any type of electronics, mainly quality electronics. Let me cut this off because my phone will continue to ring. But electronics that were going to be able to make me money, that I could grow with, because I think it's really important for us to grow with products. And I don't think a lot of us really understand that one, money has emotions, money has feelings, right? Never talk ill of money. All right. Money, a guy. So let me tell you a story. Okay. In this video, what I'm going to do, let me do my little intro. My name is Brandon Jones. I specialize in helping you make an extra income. And guys, I am just excited and happy to be able to bring what I've learned to this platform, but also I'm happy to be able to share products, resources, things that I've learned, things that I've lost. I'm excited to be able to show you guys how beautiful this process is being an entrepreneur. But one thing I will say is being an entrepreneur is a consistent journey, and finding products is very important. But another but, when I first had, so there, I have 2 stores in Philly, but I also have one outside of Philly. Okay. And in one in New Jersey. But the one outside of Philly, a Chinese couple owns. Okay. I have Chinese landlords in this one building. And when I renovated my storefront, because I'm the type of person, when I am opening a storefront, I want it to be the way I want it, right? So I usually reconstruct everything. So long story short, I reconstruct this storefront and I paint one wall black. Okay. One wall black. And I'm going to see if I can find this. Why you shouldn't paint store walls black, right? So I paint one of my walls black because it was a chalkboard paint, right? And the Chinese landlord came in and said, hey, that's bad in my culture to do. It means bad business. Or it means like you're gonna you're gonna have bad energy in your business. And I didn't listen to him. So I started to ask him, like, why or who do you think, not I didn't say this to him, but like what gave you that impression? And where did you get it from? Right. So we're talking and he brings this up. He's like, yeah, it brings bad energy. It's also bad luck. Let me see. I'm trying to see if it shows. No, I don't look like it's going to show. But in his culture, it means bad luck, right? So, boom, move forward. I started to dig into like why he felt like he needed to tell me that. Like, what is it that you do business wise that gives you that experience? He's like, well, I've owned a few businesses, and we kept talking, and he started talking about the 10 money commandments. Is it the commandments? Oh, I think it's okay. Yeah, it is. So a lot of people don't know that there's money commandments, right? I advise you guys to read the 10 money commandments. The reason I say that is because it taught me a lot. It taught me a whole lot. What's up? What's up? What's up? Shout out to you, Ayusha Fuego. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. But these 10 money commandments are really important. They changed my life because I started to really think of them when I made different mistakes. Like thou shalt track thy money, right? Tracking your money is important. Sorry, I don't know what the heck my dog is doing. Tracking your money is important. And that's something that a lot of people mess up on. You don't track your money. The next thing, right? Thou shalt track your spending. Thou shalt control your lust. Pay thyself first. Always diversify your investments. Thou shalt avoid scams. Thou shalt not convert. Like, it's a whole bunch, and some of these I don't follow, but some of them I do. Like some of them are not real, like avoid debt. I don't really agree with it, and I'll probably go over this all in a video. But I wanted to drop that jewel on you guys because what I'm about to show you guys is a product of what I've learned. It's a product of me going through different phases in my life and getting different benefits, and also not reaping benefits. Right. So, long story short, WeSupply.com. Okay, go to this website. Things are becoming different. Okay. As I told you guys, I'll be updating the site. I have We Supply, WESPLY.com. It means We Supply. And then I have Hustler Taught Me, but we ain't gonna be talking about HustlerTaughtMe.com today, not right now, right? But this is where you can book calls, you can get all your lessons and everything here, all everything educational here. But here is where you're able to buy electronics. Some of you guys may realize that when you try, right? Like, let's say you want to get this for $4, right? I should be logged in if I'm not mistaken. So let me log out. All right. So if you want to try and get something from my website, you'll see they might keep logging me in. Yeah, it's gonna keep me in. But you'll see this, okay, which is a sign up. All right. No longer can you purchase electronics if you're not signed into the site. Why? Because every week I'm going to be updating and putting. Yeah, I'm seeing the chat. I'm seeing the chat. What's up? What's up? Every single week I'm going to be updating products, changing prices. And again, I want to really highlight the fact that making money with products can be easy, right? It doesn't have to be hard. It really matters when it comes to you having connections. Now, these prices aren't even at all the lowest they can get. But the reason why we're starting these products out like this is because we want people to be able to say, okay, well, maybe I want to test this. Maybe I want to test this, get testers. Or go ahead and get the Hustler vendor box, which you can't buy anymore unless you sign in. Okay. So you got to log in. Yeah, thank you. Because log in, then you can see it, right? This is the bundle box, 42 products. We already talked about this. Streaming somewhere else too. Yes, I am. I'm streaming several places. But how are you? I appreciate the subscribe on Twitch. But yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube. Type in Educated Hustler and then you'll see. But yeah, so this has the 42 wholesale products, right? Now, when it comes to the 42 products, there's a bunch of products that you can get. in that box, and they're going to be trending products. But again, we're going to be adding products. I'm only adding products to this site that I know are selling. Okay. And I want to add small products. I don't want to add drones and speakers yet. All of that's cool, but that usually goes for people that are already turning a profit. Now, you'll see bundles. This is something to keep track of because we'll have more bundle deals as well. We only started with cables for right now, and they come just like this. As you guys have, I'm sure, saw in videos, like 10 USB lightning cables for $24. So if we were to actually get the calculator, divide that by 10, that's good. $2.40, right? Now, if you were to really want to buy wholesale, guys, you can get all of this stuff for a cheaper, or you can get it for this price. Cheaper prices, you would request items. So if you guys want replicas, prime example, people consistently ask me for replicas. I do not have replicas on this site any longer. You have to go and literally AirPod replicas, right? And then I want you to put how many you want. You could put 5, you could put 10. What happens is my team shoots you back an invoice. That's how that works. You fill out all this information and put whatever product you want to get wholesale electronic wise. Phones too, okay? We have access to a whole bunch of partners. Now, let me explain this, and I'm going to explain this clear. So this is a solutions company, okay? And what I mean by a solutions company is we don't just sell what you see, right? So you may see this stuff right here, the chargers, right? But if you consistently look at my videos, you'll know, like, I have MagSafe chargers, I have MagSafe battery packs. Like, I can show you. I have so many different things that are not on the website, right? Now, why are they not? I don't even think this is on the website. Why are they not on the website? Like an Apple Watch chargers and MagSafe stuff, even the battery pack. Like, why are they not on the website? They're gonna go on the website. They're gonna get on there, but they're not on the website right now because they don't really need to be. We have to do this strategically. Where is your Discord server link? I got it. It's right here. Let me I'll put it in the chat right now for you. Let me put it in the chat for you right now. But yeah, it's going to be, but not yet, because we're making sure we have our sourcing partners straight. Okay, there we go. You should be able to see it. That's the Discord link. Okay. Perfect. But that is one of the biggest things that I want you guys to start focusing on, is understanding how to really do wholesale and really doing wholesale as a business. Fill out the wholesale, fill it out, fill out the form. And when you fill out the form, put whatever you want. I want AirPod reps, I want MagSafe cases, and I want this, I want that. You can put whatever you want in this box. Okay. Because I do get that question a lot. Wholesale vendor box, this vendor box right here, the 42 product vendor box. This vendor box also can have replicas in it too. We usually don't put it in there because we want to focus on you guys selling products that aren't going to get any account banned or anything like that. We try to make sure we are giving you quality products. So that is like our main focus with this vendor box, which is top seller on this website. All right. Now, the reason I wanted to say all of this is because these products that are on this website, you can sell on a few platforms. You can sell them on eBay. You can sell them on MERCARI. You can sell them on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, all of these platforms. Okay. And these platforms are literally at your disposal. Okay. Most of these platforms you only have to pay for. So like, you not selling, you not taking advantage, you not taking that step, honestly, just is your fault, right? Like, it's nobody else's fault. Nobody else can help you. You can only help yourself. And what I really want to address, right? Because I want to take this off real quick, and I want to say something, okay? Because I had a young gentleman DM me, and I've been talking to this gentleman for probably about 3 days. Okay, and this is no shot at the gentleman. The gentleman's cool, no shot. But I do want to be completely transparent and honest. He was full of shit. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, everybody that supports me, that watches me, whether it's on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Kick, whatever, right? TikTok. I want you to know something about me. I will always look at you like a little brother, a little sister. Like, I always look at you guys as people first. Okay. Therefore, when you DM me asking me for advice, hey, Brandon, how do I get unbanned? Hey, Brandon, how do I get unsuspended? Hey, Brandon, how can I project this amount of money in my life? How can I make this? How can I do that? How can I never get a job? All of that stuff people ask me all the time, right? And I used to be an idiot and answer it, right? And what I had to realize is, Brandon, trying to act like you know it all is one of the biggest dishonors you can do to your viewers. Because I don't know it all. And I also don't know what's going on in your life. And I also don't know what type of hustler you are. I also don't know what type of drive you have. I also don't know what type of motivations you guys are using, or what's your why. I don't know you from a can of paint, right? So I can't tell you what you need to do. But for this particular individual, they were reaching out to me and they were asking me, hey, like, should I get this or should I get that? Should I do this or should I do that? Right. And it all in retrospect had to do with We Supply and hustlertaughtme.com. So WESPLY.com. I keep just saying We Supply, and people are typing in We Supply. It's WESPLY.com. Okay. Now, I don't direct people towards products. All I do is tell you exactly how my products can benefit you. That's it. You then are tasked with seeing how you can utilize it, or if you can't, you can't, right? Give me some insight. But for me to consistently being asked, hey, should I do this? Should I get this? Should I get a vendor box? Do you think a vendor box would be good for me? Do you think that I should book a call with you? Will you be able to make sure I make $1 million if I book a call with you? Will you be able to unban my account if I book a call with you? Will you be able to do this? Will you be able to do that? If I take your phone flipping course, will I be able to make $1 million or make $1,000 a month? Okay, let me really address this, because this is really something I want to push out to all of the hustlers out there, right? If you're a hustler, you understand the one golden rule, right? Is that nobody dictates what you can and cannot do. Okay. You can do everything I've done without me. Let's make that crystal clear. Okay. Crystal clear. But one thing I will say, booking a call with me helps you because you get to skip a few steps, right? You don't have to go through certain things and hurdles that I went through. I can just help you maneuver around it. But one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to tell you if you get a vendor box. Again, the vendor box, 42 wholesale products. It's on WESPLY.com. The Hustler vendor box is a wholesale box. It's basically a store in a box, right? It's a store in a box, has all these products in it that will literally help you propel your business and start listing products. You get it for $155. If we were to pull out the calculator, because again, this is how much value this has. It's $155 divided by 42. It should be like $3.69, right? You take that, you say, okay, I got, let's just say you have 42 cases, even though it's not just cases, it's chargers and adapters and all this other stuff, right? Let's just say you have 42 cases. You got all of the cases for $3.70. Okay. Now you can literally take each case and sell it for, let's just say $7. 7 times 42 should equal $294 minus the $155 you invested. You make $139. That's on a bottom scale. Yo, what's up, buddy? How are you? That's on a bottom scale, right? But here's the beautiful thing. If you just flip your bread, If you flip your bread, I don't care how much profit you make. If you flip your bread, you're in business. If you know how to flip your money, you're in business. That's the first step of being an entrepreneur. Is knowing, okay, I have an asset to flip, right? Like I have this Celsius drink, right? This Celsius drink. If I can flip this into more money, I'm going to keep buying more, right? The issue is when you start asking me to be your safety blanket. The difference is when you start relying on me to help ensure you that you have what it takes. I can't ensure you that you have what it takes to make money, or you have what it takes to flip money, or flip products into money, or flip money in general. I can't persuade you that you know how to flip phones. The only thing that I can do is I can give you tools and assets that you can utilize to be able to make money. That's it. Okay? I cannot stand a half-ass. I can't stand somebody that makes that acts like they really want this and they really don't. I can't stand it. I can't stand somebody that wants to be successful, but they need a cheerleader. I cannot stand it. I'm not your cheerleader, nor do I want to be your cheerleader. I want to be an asset to you. Okay. So I say all of that to say at the end of the day, if you're somebody watching this and you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to grow, you want to make money, I want you to understand you don't need no mother freaking support, because you have to be the best support system that you have. You don't need any reassurance, because you need to stop running away from failure. It's a whole bunch of people that are watching this that are scared to fail, not realizing that's the reason they are failing, because you're so scared of failure that you're literally living in it. You are living in failure because you're scared that it may take more of you to succeed. So it's like, get up off your behind, stop being scared, and do something. I got people that watch me every single day, but have yet to move. Not move on my products, because my products don't matter. That's not what it's about. I'm talking about move to do what they want. How many of you guys watching this right now had a goal in the beginning of the week? How many of you guys had a goal? Whether the goal was to get unbanned from eBay, whether the goal was to list 20 products on MERCARI, whether the goal was to list 10 products on eBay, whether the goal was to flip 2 phones, how many of us had a goal? Okay. Mouse Man had one. Okay, cool. Man, I'm all new to this. Okay, cool. Right? Now, it's the middle of the week almost. Where are we on track? Me. Okay. Where are we on track to make this goal actually happen? Are we on track? Are we actually, do we know what it takes every single day to get to where we want to go? The reason I ask you is because a lot of us, right? I might be like, yo, I want to get, let's see, what is a goal? Okay. I want to get 100 new subscribers this week. So if I want to get, and I'm going to just whip out the calculator so I can show you how mentally I would prepare, right? So I want to get 100 subscribers this week, right? I know it's 7 days in a week, but do I want to include all 7, or do I just want to do a work week? How do I want to build this goal? So let's say I'm like, all right, I know Saturday and Sunday, maybe I won't be able to go live, or I may not be able to do whatever, right? So I might say, okay, just in the work week. So that's 5. So divided by 5, that means I need to make 20 subscribers every day. Great, cool. I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do, right? 20. I know the big goal of the day, right? If I get 20 subscribers for 5 days and I reach my goal. But how am I going to do it? Discord. Can I DM you? Yeah, you can DM me. How am I going to do it? Right? Boom. Let me tell you something. I was failing for so long because I would get stuck at the fact of, oh, okay, I want to get 100 subscribers, or I want to make $100. All I got to do is make 20 a day. All right. Okay. Today, let's make $20. But I didn't have a plan after that. Like, I didn't have a plan that said, okay, how am I going to get $20, or how am I going to get 20 subscribers? Oh, you got to go live. You got to make sure that you post 3 videos or whatever amount of videos you know that you need in order to reach that goal. The problem with people that are never going to succeed is that they always deal with just the face value goal. They don't really dig deep and say, okay, if I want to get 20 subscribers, that means I need to list 3 videos. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to divide the 20 by 3. That means each video needs to give me 6.6 subscribers. So I can say 7 subscribers per video. That would mean that, okay, each video, if I'm doing 3, needs to hit 3 different categories. Perfect. So let me dig deep into my YouTube analytics and look at what my subscribers want to watch and da-da-da. Like, it's way deeper than just being successful, if you get me. You see what I'm saying? Like, if I want to list products that are going to make me money, let's say the person out there that has a MERCARI or eBay or an OfferUp or a Facebook Marketplace, you're like, oh my God, I want to make money. Yay, I want to make money. I want to make money. Yeah, I do. I want to make money. Cool. How? How the freak are you going to make money? Oh, I'm going to list products. Cool. How do you know that people want the products you're listing? Oh, because I go on eBay and I just see that this person has this listed and they sold 95. Do you know when they sold 95? Do you know how long it took for them to sell 95? Do you know exactly if this person actually is really selling this, or is this just a facade? And are they just using products that they probably already are selling on their store? Like, how do you know? See, it's a different mindset that you have to have when you are destined and focused on succeeding. You can't be a little punk. You can't be scared. You can't. You can't be scared. And a lot of people are scared. And that is what jobs love. That is what other entrepreneurs love. They love. That's what the people that teach you right now when you go on YouTube. Watch this. You go on YouTube, right? When you go on YouTube and then you type in how to make money online, right? When you type that in, they're all trying to scare you. Why? How, Brandon? Okay, I'll show you. This guy has in his thumbnail somebody else that isn't him flashing money, right? But it looks appealing, right? Why is there a lot of money? Why do we put money in associated with thumbnails, and then we put a certain amount of money you can make, or a time, 24 hours, or a year in 2024, right? Or a time as a teenager. Why do we do that? So the reason it happens is because mentally people want to stimulate you to thinking that you're on a time limit, to thinking that it's a sense of urgency, to think that you need to do this. How I made 17K per week from stocks, right? He didn't make 17K per week from stocks. If that was the case and he really did it, I guarantee you he wouldn't still be teaching you. If you're making 17K, I don't even know this man, but I'm just saying hypothetically, if you're making 17K every single week, right? That's 68K every month, times that by 12, then that means he's making almost $1 million a year, right? But if he's making almost $1 million a year, what motivates him to make a YouTube video? Huh? Like, if you're already making that much money, what motivates you? I'm gonna tell you what motivates you. The fact that you want to insinuate fear on the others, and you want them to start to replicate something that you're already doing successful. Or because stocks, prime example, they're okay for an investment once you have money, but stocks aren't okay for you to just invest in if you're broke, because the stock market is completely and utterly rigged. You got people that do Forex, right? That's rigged. That's just a group of people that are using you for your money. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Now, Forex, the foreign exchange market is good. But I'm talking about the group where, yeah, like pay this fee and we'll give you the signals and we'll do this and we'll do that. That's a scam. That's a scam. If you're doing it, you're being scammed. Period. You're being scammed. Oh, congratulations, Brandon. You are a top 1,500 member and all this bull crap. That is just keeping you on the hamster wheel, paying dues every month so that you can feel important, right? What I had to realize mentally, the way I get successful isn't by just watching something, but by acting on something. Because if I watch it, I need to retain this information, then I need to move forward, and I need to implement the information. I need to implement the behavior, but I can't implement the behavior in the way that person is. I can't. I have to implement that behavior by Frankensteining what Brandon does, by Frankensteining what this person does, that person does into my life and what I want to do. I can't replicate something that somebody else already is doing, right? Here's the 7 websites that will pay you every day within 24 hours. Easy work at home jobs. I don't know this person, but one thing I will say is this individual is making a video for lazy people. People that want to work at home job, right? Now you might be like, Brandon, that's not lazy, or why do you think that negative about it, right? Because when you're somebody that is a typical individual, you want easy money. And this community right here is all geared towards lazy people, drop shipping, aka lazy people. These people don't drop ship. Guarantee you they don't drop ship no more, if they ever did drop ship. This is all geared towards lazy people. And you want to know something? These are the biggest communities when it comes to how to make money. People that want to drop ship and people that want to sell AirPod Pro replicas. Lazy people. Now, I'm not saying just if you sell replicas, you're lazy, but I am saying that you're somebody that prioritizes making money over longevity. Like you prioritize making money over you being financially stable. So like, yeah, while I can sell replicas and I can buy replicas. So what I was selling them for $155, divide that by 4, you buying them for $38.75. Let's just say you buying them for, let's just say $40, right? Buying them for $40 times that by 4, that's that 150. We're just going to add tax. 160. Okay, cool. You're buying them for 160, but you're selling them for 150, right? So you're selling each for 150. Look at how insane this profit is, right? You own it's $600. That's the whole amount that you're making minus the 150 that 160. So let me minus the 160. So you make a $440, right? You made the $440. That's great. You feel good about yourself, right? You feel like you're actually making bread. The problem is, how long do you think that you're going to be able to make $440 over and over and over again? You think for the rest of your life? No, right? So then what people do is they try to like lie to themselves and fantasize like, oh my God, I'm only going to do this until I'm rich, or I'm only going to do this until I make a certain amount of money. But it becomes addictive. You start getting addicted to being lazy. This is lazy because see, while you are able to do this, do you think in the back of your head like, damn, like after a while, replicas is going to stop selling because like Apple going to move to another type of headphone, then another, but you're going to keep buying replicas. And if you do plan to do that, that's great. But as the market changes, so do consumers. So while I don't frown upon selling replicas and doing drop shipping, because I do say drop ship during seasons, not in general, like how to make $10,000 with drop shipping in 2024. If this video actually had value, all 6K that were watching this will be making $10,000 and they would just be propelling and wouldn't need this individual anymore. They wouldn't need him anymore. It's not like they would make that bread and be like, oh, I made $10,000 drop shipping. Let me go back to Michael's page and figure out how to make more. That's not how us humans work. Once we start the ball, we like, yo, I'm finna go take this thing over. You feel me? I'm about to keep going. That's how that works. So it's like, stop being manipulated to be less, to be under. Just like if you ever had a sales job and you ever walked, I'm tired of shit. I mean, crap. If you ever worked at like a cell phone store, you know, like your manager be like, yo, man, your numbers ain't this, your numbers ain't that. And like, how can we get your numbers up? And you're always chasing something, right? That's how life should be as an entrepreneur. You're always chasing to be better, always chasing to be better. But here's the thing: what a lot of people do is we don't hold ourselves to the same standard as our job holds us. Like, how the freak can I stress about reaching the sales goal at my job, but not stress about reaching the sales goal for my business? How can I stress, oh, shoot, I'm late for work, but not stress getting out of bed on Saturday or Sunday so you can work on your business? Y'all ever think of that? Like, whoever's watching this, like, I'm talking to whoever needs it, because that is the honest to God truth, is that a lot of us are lazy as heck. Okay. We're just lazy and we act like we want to be entrepreneurs and we're not even in a position to be one. So let me read the comments before I continue to go. Should I post new listings on the same products every day? Great question. So if a product isn't selling, right? If a product is not selling, you definitely should not be listing it over and over again. So I got Dom, I tried to hit you up. I hope you're doing good. But yeah, like, you should not be listing the same product that isn't getting views. But I wouldn't list a product, the same product every day. Again, that's why we do have a vendor box, the 42. Because if I have 42 products, I have 42 days to list a new product every single day. Excuse me, the number 42 isn't like out my butt. That's actually a number that we use when we do eBay automation. So like, it's a theory, like the law of averages, right? The more you attempt to do something, the better, right? It's the more you attempt to do something, the more you're going to be able to hit that target. So if you're somebody that is looking to sell something and you're looking to make money, I wouldn't say list the same product every day. I would say list the product, let the product sit for 48 hours, for a week, a certain time frame. And if that thing ain't getting the views and the sales you want, it's time to either get rid of the product or list the product on another site or another platform. So like, that's the big, I'll give you an example. T-Mobile, right? I've owned 2 T-Mobile stores in my life, right? I didn't say worked, owned. Okay. Partnership, assets, equity, money, partnership. I've owned. Okay. The 2 T-Mobile stores I don't have anymore because it cost me too much money. It wasn't making sense. Google Pixel. Okay. Got the Google Pixel. 30 minutes. Okay. The Google Pixel. Great example. So it was one time we had to get Google Pixels because there was a launch. And they said, well, you have to get the Google Pixel because people might come to your store, right? We're advertising this on TV and you have to make sure, okay, I got you. You have to make sure that you are compliant. So I paid for the Google Pixels. So the Google Pixels per phone was like $450 retailing. No, I'm tripping. Like $799. I brought like 40 of them. Buy the Pixels, and nobody pre-ordered. Nobody brought the phones like the first week. So I sat on the phones. I sat on all that money I invested. Long story short, like 50% of the Pixels was still there the next year. We didn't move them. And I was like, you know what? Because you literally have to pay for these phones and you're getting paid off a service. You get residual. Every time somebody pays their bill, you're getting money. So I had to drop that because I understood it wasn't working for me. And that's the same mentality you want to have when it comes to you listing products or you running a business in general. I hope that answers your question. Yes, always more. Yeah, exactly. Do a deep dive into your business. To be honest, I prioritize making money as quick as possible. So I guess you're right with the lazy thing. Absolutely. But you're not the only one. Like, don't get it twisted, bro. Like, it's not nothing wrong with it because we all have to learn. That's why I make videos, right? Because I try to show you like what I've learned from it, right? Like, I was that guy. I would rather make money fast because I want what I want right now. Prime example, guys. I'm the type of person, because I was just talking to one of my friends and Madden just came out. And Madden just came out and you can get it early. It comes out on it didn't come out, excuse me. It comes out on Friday, but you can pre-order it and you get it like what, 3 days early or something like that, right? So me and my friend was talking. He like, yeah, I'm about to pay and I'm about to get the Madden. I was like, oh, cool. I'm gonna get it too. I was like, how much is it? He was like, it's $100. I said, all right, cool. He was like, yeah, but I don't know if I should spend that $100 or should I wait? And in my mind, when he said that, I thought, yep, they got you. Why did they get you? Because it is three type of adapters. You got an early adapter, a mid adapter, and a late adapter. An early adapter is going to be a consumer that is going to adapt and they're going to buy off an impulse, right? Like that person is like, I want that phone right now. Like I need that iPhone 16 right now. I pay $1 billion if I have it just to get that shit right now. I need it. I want to be the first. Those are the people that are broke. I'm sorry. They're the people that are broke. You have early adapter entrepreneurs. The people that are like, okay, I want to make the money before anything. I want to make it. I want the money to come to me. Right? Those are the entrepreneurs that never make it. Right? Because it's so hard to keep a business afloat. So it's like this, right? You're so hungry that you're overprice your products so that you can make all of the money on the back end. That's an early adapter. Now let's go to a mid adapter. We're going to first talk about a mid adapter consumer. What is a consumer? If you guys don't know what a consumer is a customer. Think of it like that, just a customer, right? Mid adapter customer is going to be a customer that actually has to use some type of logic. They want the thing, but they want to do the research. So if I want the iPhone 16 and I'm a mid adapter, I'm going to go to Apple. I'm going to look up, okay, what does this iPhone 16 do? Like, what's the new thing, right? And no matter what it does, I'm going to tie it into my life. It can wipe my booty for a living. And I'll be like, okay, well, I could wipe my booty myself, but I'll buy the 16 for it to do it for me. That's a mid adapter. Somebody that they want it, but they'll do research. But if it was somebody that was like, I don't really go to the bathroom like that. I'll wait. Like a mid adapter has to find some type of reason to buy it. It could be, it has to just be a reason. Literally a reason. A mid adapter entrepreneur is somebody that's like, all right, yeah, I want to make the bread. I want to sell reps. But you know what? I ain't going to buy the reps from Hustler because Hustler, his reps is $35, but I can go right on AliExpress and I can get them for $2. I mean, I know they don't look real. I mean, I know the box has plastic on it and wrinkles, and I know it doesn't really connect and stay connected, but I'll do it because it's $2. So a mid adapter entrepreneur is somebody that will just buy something because it's cheap and they know, okay, well, I can potentially make money from it, but they won't buy something that may cost more because they're so dumb. They don't understand that quality equates profit. Prime example, we all have drawers on, I hope. And I try to get real personal with my examples because there's different ages that watch me. We all got underwear on. But if you were responsible for buying your underwear and you saw, okay, I got 3 options. I got an option with cotton, and it's pretty good. The cotton, it's a little dry. It's a little dry. I mean, it feel like I'm sitting in paper. but it's about $2. Then I got the silk, which is smooth. It gives me a nice little feel, but it still ain't no air coming in there. Then I got another option. It's dry fit. It got a little breeze. It's silk. It's nice. The entrepreneur that is a mid adapter is going to say, okay, I know I can get the silk, but if I get the silk, it's going to cost me more. But I also don't want to get that itchy dry draws. So let me just get the ones that are okay. Let me get the bare minimum. Let me get the okay ones because I don't care about my hygiene enough to invest in myself. I just want to have draws. That's a entrepreneur that's a mid adapter. They're not always buying off of impulse. They're buying off of logic that it only benefits them. If you're an entrepreneur that wants to succeed, you have to, in your head, have some type of care about the clientele. Because the clientele is what keeps your business going. Y'all ever have a job where they're like, yo, customer service and customers are always right? Yes, there is a part of where customers are always right. But 9 times out of 10, the customer is wrong. That's the truth. The customer is wrong because the customer is only operating out of their own logic. But you have to make them feel like they're right because guess what? You need them. Okay. So then you have a late adapter. I'm still trying to get to that point in my life where I'm a late adapter. A late adapter, we'll talk about the consumer first, is a person that will wait to get the iPhone 16. They'll take an iPhone 14, 13, 12, an iPhone 7 because they will not buy something if they don't see the value. They operate fully just on logic. Now, what is the negative? The negative is that they don't usually experience the dopamine, the rush, the feeling of having something. They don't always get that, right? Because they usually wait. And they're usually frowned upon. They're usually looked at like, oh, you got an iPhone 7, you a nut, right? But let me tell you something. They usually end up the most profitable because they get the deals when the deals are relevant and when the deals are best. As a late adapter entrepreneur, it's the person that says, okay, I'll get the expensive AirPods, and I know I can't get that many of them, but I'll get some and I will make a $50 profit instead of charging somebody 150 or 60. I'll charge somebody like 90, 80, and I'll reinvest my money and keep doing it until I see a huge profit, until I build my rating up. See, understand that these early, mid, and late adapters, where have you heard that from? Like, let me ask y'all something. I'm gonna get real. Like, where have y'all heard that from? Have any of you guys heard that from another YouTuber? Have any of you guys heard that from somebody that's an entrepreneur and lives this lavish life and has a mansion and a thumbnail full of blue hundreds and living life, right? Have you heard that? No, right? Let me tell you why. Because when you get into these circles with these entrepreneurs, I'm gonna tell you what a lot of them tell me. I got an entrepreneur friend. He's really good at what he does. I'm not gonna say what he does because I don't want to shout my guy. You know what I mean? I don't want nothing to come back on him and people to know that he thinks like this. But he thinks like this because he's obligated to think like this because he has his own brain. You want to know what he said to me? I said, yo, bro, I want to bring you on my YouTube and I want you to share what you do to my subscribers. I was like, yo, because you really, you're killing it, bro. You like one of the best at what you do. I like how you operate. I like what you do. I like the way you move. I know that you're profitable. I really want to have you on, right? So I'm telling him, yo, I want to have you on. He texts me back and he says, hey, like, bro, like, I'll tell you and, what we'll talk and everything, but I don't want to tell people how I make money for free. I said, all right, I'll pay you, bro. Like, ain't nothing, bro. That's all you gotta ask. You feel me? I'll pay you for your time. He's like, no, it's not that. He's like, I just don't want to tell people how I make money for free. I said, no, I'm gonna pay you. I'll pay you to come on my YouTube and we'll just make a little podcast video. He's like, nah, bro, I'm cool, bro. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't even be like, he just wasn't cool, right? So I had to think about it. I'm like, well, why didn't he want to come on and tell people how he made money doing this one thing? And he was like, so adamant about not giving it away for free, even though I was going to pay him, because it wasn't about the money I was going to pay him. It was about, if I teach you, I have competition. I saturate the market. So what you'll realize is a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of entrepreneurs in life, whether you're watching this right now or years later, right? You're still going to realize that you're going to have entrepreneurs that don't want you to succeed more than them. So they don't share the mindset that you have to have. They only share the results that they got, or they only share the process they did, but they don't tell you the mindset that they had. Don't let that go over your head. Because like the people right now watching and you like, yo, what the, how am I'm watching a video and I'm doing exactly what it says and I'm not getting this and I'm not getting that. You want to know why? It's not because you're not doing it right. It's because you don't have that mindset. You don't have that knowledge. Right? That's why you want to surround yourself around people, right, that are living this life, because you start to live through them. You start to, oh, okay. Yo, hey, Brandon, I would like to book a call. Can I book a call? So like, this is how you book a call, right? So, all right, you can go ahead, you can book a call, right? So like, oh yeah, I want to book a call, right? Show all sessions. But Brandon, I wanted to book a call, but I wanted to book a call at 6 p.m., but it doesn't have a 6 p.m. option. Yeah, because I don't take calls past 6 p.m. But why? Because at 6 p.m. I'm doing inventory at my store. 6 p.m. I'm going to factories to sit there and try to get more products. 6 p.m. I'm doing an eBay automation class. 6 p.m. I'm doing 7 p.m. I'm doing a phone flipping academy class. So I don't have time. What could you learn from that, right? What could you learn from that? You could learn, okay, this guy has a system in the place. Why don't you take phone calls before 11 a.m.? Oh, because when I wake up, I make sure I do my workout. I make sure I eat. I make sure that I watch whatever I want to watch so I can get my mind mentally ready. I make sure that I do my own routine. I make sure that like I do certain things certain ways so I can get certain results. But you can't learn that from a video. You can't learn that from somebody that just won't tell you, because some people don't tell you. They don't tell you, they show you. So like I give these examples because I know that people that watch me, well, I would hope people that watch me aren't in a broke mindset, right? I would hope that people that watch me they have an open mindset. I'm not asking for people that watch me to be perfect. I'm not asking for people to watch me to be hustlers and be all it. Now, I hope that you are ready to learn. You know what I mean? Ready to learn, because this is a journey. It is crazy, guys, right? Because I'll make a phone flipping video and I'll get a good amount of views, but I'll make a vlog and not get any. And it's so hard for me to make a vlog. You want to know why? Because I'm never doing anything fun. Well, I am, but when I do things fun, I don't want to record it because it's the only time I get to do something fun. Because people think that being an entrepreneur and making money and all that is shits and giggles, but it really isn't. It's really not easy, and it's really not fun, and it's really not entertaining. It's really not entertaining having to pay people salary. It's really not entertaining to sit there and have people that follow you depend on you. It's really not funny or fun or enjoyable to have 36 mentees. It's not that fun. But when you do it because it's your passion, it becomes enjoyable. Like you enjoy it. So I say all of this because I always feel energy, right? And I always, when I wake up, I always think to myself, how can I be better? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I felt before I even got on here, it was so hard for me to go live. It was so hard. Why? Not because I didn't like this or I didn't want to do it, because I felt burnt out. You know, I felt burnt out. If I feel burnt out, I know somebody out there does. If I felt burnt out because I'm trying to build a business, let's say I have a new idea and I'm trying to build that business idea and the business idea doesn't have any progress. Do you know how freaking hurtful that is? Do you know how much that sucks? Do you know how painful that is? To like do something and then not see any results. I know you guys know how painful that shit is. Do you know how painful it is to give your all to something and get nothing from it? To invest money into something and not get nothing at all from it. To sit all day building something and not reap any benefit will drive you insane. I've done it probably 100+ times. It hurts. It sucks. You feel like shit. How many times have you listed products and not got shit from it? How many times have you said, okay, I'm gonna sell these reps, or I'm gonna flip this phone, or I'm gonna try to do this and do that? You come on YouTube and you have a whole positive mindset. You go and you start to do it, and you do it, and you get nothing. Right? You get nothing. You bust your ass at work. You come home to try and get better. Nothing is working for you. That's frustrating as hell. It hurts. I know. But let me tell you something. That point, that time, that pain is the reason, the way, the purpose, the situation that makes you successful. Because you start to understand, like, yo, listen, like I'm doing this, I'm listening to these products, shit ain't working. It's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. I'm doing what the person is telling me to do. It's not working, it's not working, it's not working. And then in your head, you're like, yo, I'm about to quit. I'm about to give up. Like, it ain't even, it's not worth it. Let me tell you something. When you think that way and when you feel that way, when you think and you feel that way, this is what I want you to do. I want you to understand something. There's billions of people in this world, right? And see, they gave up just like you. Like, they gave up just like you, right? This is what I think to myself, right? I'm like, yo, I then fucking sat here, put so much fucking time into this, into this, into that, and I got nothing from it. And then in my head, I think to myself, yo, that's exactly how Elon Musk, that's exactly how the next business person or whoever I know that owns businesses got successful. Because see, when the shit ain't going right, it don't mean I got to give up. It means I got to switch it up. It means I'm not doing something right. See, we like to cast the blame on shit. Like, yo, this ain't working. This ain't working. That ain't working. This isn't working. This person said I could drop ship, but the drop shipping ain't working. It's his fault. No, it's your fault because you're trying to do something that I did, that I'm trying to tell you that I did. But guess what? The way I did it worked for me, not for you, because you have to make it yours. You cannot make phone flipping the way I teach you. You can't make it yours. You have to, you have to make it yours. Excuse me. You can't do what I do and replicate what I replicate or replicate what I do, excuse me, and think that it's going to work for you and give you results. If that was the case, it would happen for everybody that watches the damn video. Everybody. The reason people fail is because they're lazy. That's why. That's why I'm being honest with you guys. Because people are lazy as fuck. And what I mean by that, it's not about how hard you work. It's not about that. Guys, I can bust my ass in front of this damn desk and stuff all day. I could bust my ass. I can sit there, neglect my kids, neglect my family, lock myself in this room, bust my ass every day, and still be broke. You want to know why? Because if I sit here and I do something that isn't me, but it's somebody else's, or I replicate something that somebody is doing and try to just do it the same exact way they do it and keep doing it, right? I'm going to eventually sit there, fail, because I'm doing the same thing, expecting a different result, not understanding that it's not the problem. The problem is not the problem. The problem is me. I'm the problem. Not making money is not the problem. Not having my business succeed is not the problem, because this business is only failing because I'm failing, because my mindset isn't right. I'm trying to flip phones saying the same thing this YouTuber is saying. Maybe if I say what this YouTuber saying and it doesn't work, I could switch a few words. Maybe if I buy this person's product box, right? And this person has all of these products and he's in the thumbnail like this, right? Maybe if I take it and I go to a flea market, or I go to a pop-up shop, or maybe I go to church and I take it to church, or maybe I go to school, go to college, whatever. I take it there and I start actually having my friends use it. I actually start talking to people and saying what they think about it. I can start to say, oh, okay, Johnny, he said that he likes this, but it dies super fast. All right, perfect. So now what I know is, okay, Hustler said that it works, but for me, it seems as if my clientele doesn't like it. So let me actually pivot and try to sell this on this platform, or try to sell this at church or whatever. Oh, they like this because they can't find this anywhere. Great. So now I'm going to start selling these, and I'm going to keep doing it because I started to understand that it's not about what Hustler, it's not about what Brandon, it's not about what that YouTuber, this YouTuber does. It's about me actually utilizing what they learned and putting it into my life and making it my own way, so that I can then start to aggressively approach things in a different manner that suit me, that fit me, because I understand how it may have worked for somebody else, but I also know how to make it work for me. The way I make it work for me is I stop being fucking lazy. I get off my fucking ass and I stop trying to fucking sell shit through a computer. And instead, I sit there, take the time, talk to people, network. You know how many mentees I have? I lied to you now. I got so many mentees that want to flip phones but don't want to leave the house. I got so many people that flip phones and don't want to leave the house. Hustle, go downstairs. No, downstairs. I got a dog named Hustle. Hustle, downstairs. Hold on, y'all. Let me take him out. One second. Okay. But I have so many mentees that are literally trying to flip phones but don't want to leave the house. And thank you. They don't want to leave the house. And I don't tell them they have to, right? I don't tell nobody what to do. But I talk to these people every day and I see them not succeeding. And you want to know what's funny? Some of them don't even try to change their approach. I recommend it. I say, hey, yo, I think you should do this. I think you should do that. You don't do it. Not because they can't, because they don't want to. A lot of people, they're like, yo, This is why people fail. And it took a while for me to realize this. People are failures because they don't want to do it. They don't want to do what it takes to succeed. They don't want to have a repo on their record. They don't want to have stores that they lost. They don't want to spend less time from their family. They don't want to go out and have to sit in the crib instead of going out with that girl that they're trying to have sex with. They don't want to do these things. They just want to succeed. It's hard being an entrepreneur, like, and that's sort of kind of what I show with my channel. Like, I YouTube, like my Educated Hustler channel, I know why it doesn't succeed. It doesn't succeed because that channel used to be a couples channel, and on that couples channel, we used to do a whole bunch of stuff, and now couples channels, they not it, right? Like, that's not it. But most of my subscribers are kids from that, right? I moved to Hustler Taught Me. I enjoy uploading videos over there and everything, which is great, right? But do you know how stressful? I'm gonna give you an example. So, Educated Hustler, right? This channel right here, I've spent probably like $200,000 doing things with my significant other on this page. Trips and collaborations and stuff to get only this many subscribers. Right? You know how hard it is, like being an entrepreneur, thinking like money wise, how hard it is to be like, freak. I get paid from this channel though. I do. I still get a little bit of money from this channel. But how stressful it is to go over to this channel. What the heck? This channel right here. Right? It's hard. You want to know why? Not because you don't enjoy the people or whatever. That's not it. You want to know why it's hard? Because mentally, you start to really judge yourself like, damn, like, I've been uploading so many videos. Why do I only get these many subscribers? I don't know. Like, YouTube just freaking hates me. YouTube hates me. How do I have 9,740 subscribers and I only get whatever amount of views a video? Like, oh my God, why? Right? It's so easy to be like, yo, YouTube shadow ban me. No, it's the fact that it doesn't make sense. Why do you have 9K subscribers, but nobody wants to indulge in this content? We're not going to push it out because it starts to not make sense. So who has to change, me or YouTube? YouTube. No, me. Can't blame it on that. You know, and for the longest, and I'll give y'all a real example. For the longest, I was very, very, very depressed. Very depressed. I was very depressed to the point to where I wanted to go away. You know, back in like 2014, I bought this car. It was the same year car. It was a Nissan Maxima. You know, when the Nissan Maximas had that new body style, you know, the little nice style and all that. I brought the car. Like, I had a penthouse in downtown Philadelphia, overlooked everything. A badass girlfriend, like a very beautiful girlfriend. I was making a lot of money every day. But the views from what we were doing, like, we had two videos at 1 million, and that was it. Like, it just wasn't what I wanted, right? It wasn't like consistent. And I felt like crap every day. I felt like crap. I felt like, yo, because y'all, I was busting my ass. I was busting my ass on YouTube. I promise you, I was busting my ass. I was spending money. I was taking this girl out. I was going on trips, taking this girl on trips, filming, all that, right? Never ever got the fame or the views that I wanted to get. So every night I would sit there and I would just look at the views. I'm like, yo, I'm about to quit. But then I thought to myself, like, I'm too far in. So then I'm like, dang. And you want to know one of the most painful things as an entrepreneur that happened to me? Doing this channel with this girl and her not seeing the views that other people were getting too was on her mind too. And then she quit on me. She's like, like she didn't say it, but I started to see she ain't want to make videos. She ain't want to do certain things anymore with the YouTube. And I'm saying all of this to show you something. So she like, yeah, I'm gonna go start my own channel. All that, right? So I'm like, dang. I start trying to go harder on YouTube, trying to like get the views up. Cause then I started to realize it was to impress her. The penthouse I had was to impress her. The car that I had, I was paying I was paying like $1,000 something $1,050 every month for that Nissan Maxima. $1,000 every month. And I could have just got a used car. But I wanted to impress this girl, right? So I sat there one day and I asked God, I was like, yo, God, I'm spending a lot of money. I ain't getting shit from it. I'm like, oh man, God, please put me on your path. The next day, a deer ran out and hit my car. That car got totaled. I had a certain insurance where I didn't have to pay for the damages or anything. Cried my eyes out. The next day I got a Jeep. I got a Trackhawk. Why I get a Trackhawk, guys? I was trying to impress her still. I wanted to be like them YouTubers, right? So I get the Trackhawk. I still have my businesses and stores and everything. Tell me how, while I'm spending all this money on the penthouse, Trackhawk, the other car, all that, I'm forgetting to invest money back into products. So I don't invest the money back into the products. I start to see money going low, y'all. I'll never forget the trip that I took this girl on was to Florida, right? So we went to Florida, not even out the country. I didn't have my passport. We went to Florida. I was really young. At what age did you start making money? Like, what was your first side hustle? My first side hustle was phones, flipping phones. I was making $30,000 a week, right? So I was doing YouTube so much that I wasn't really flipping phones, wasn't really in my store. I had a repairman stealing all of my clientele. I had a young lady stealing all of my my real AirPods. It was this young girl that I hired from the hood because she looked good. And I was like, yo, yeah, come work for me. Da, da. She was stealing from me. The repairman was taking my clients and my store got shut down. And my store got shut down, but I still got a Trackhawk. I still got a Trackhawk. I'm like, yo, okay, I got to shut the store down or I got to pay my car note. Like, which one? And I was like, and this is when I was real young. I was only 19. So I'm like, I'm about to just shut the store down. Like, I'm going to do this YouTube thing. Now, I didn't know you can go. I didn't know phone flipping was a thing. I didn't know about any of this. I just knew couples channel, do pranks and crap and make money. So my car got repoed. I lost my car. Months later, I lost my car. I lost all of my income. My employees didn't want to work with me anymore because I was an asshole. I was arrogant. The girl I was with left me and took everything. I went to my grandmother's house. I've never told this story on live before, or I don't think in any video. I went to my grandmother's house. because I was raised at my grandmother's house, right? It's like on the outer skirts of Philly. Like when I say I live in Philly, I don't live in the hood part of Philly. Like I'm not no hood guy. I was always raised in the suburbs. So, but it's in me. You feel me? Like I ain't know. But yeah. So I went to my grandmother's house, nice suburban neighborhood. I pull up and I'm in this car. I had this item in my hand. And in my head, I was like, yo, I lost my girl. I'm not getting the views on YouTube. I lost my store. I was like, you know, I don't even want to do this no more. So what I did was I said, you know what? If I don't want to do it no more, let me not do it anymore. Let me just end it. I'm trying to talk in code. So I couldn't do it. So I Googled, I don't want to do this anymore or whatever. I didn't really Google that. You know, I Googled the other thing. I want to, yeah. So when I Googled it, it came up with all this other stuff. And then I started reading. Long story short, I didn't do it. I used to have short hair. I grow my hair out now to show myself how far I came from that moment when I wanted to end everything. And you want to know something? That was the best decision of my life. The next day, I decided to move to the most expensive place in the States, California. I decided to move there because I'm like, yo, I need to get my hustle back. I'm moving out there. I moved out there, met some models and all this stuff, got in a relationship with this person and like not relationship, but got relationships and stuff with people and DJs and YMB, a whole bunch of different famous people, all this stuff, right? But I wasn't happy there. Moved back to Philly, and I made money out in Cali, of course, because wherever I go, I make bread because I'm a hustler. So I started flipping phones back in California. In Cali, came here, took all the money I made in Cali, opened up another store, started building up again, one brick at a time. Apologized to all of my employees. Didn't hire any of them. Hired one of my best friends. Worst mistake of my life, because he didn't have the balls to tell me when I was wrong and when I was right. He just wanted to be a people's pleaser and make money. He wasn't an entrepreneur. He thought that since he's seen me and was close to me, he could be one. Didn't turn out well for him. But long story short, ended up building myself. One day, one person says to me, hey, can you show me how to flip phones? This has nothing to do with YouTube. I'm not even on YouTube at this point. I'm like, yeah, I got you, bro. Like, it's whatever. I help you. Help the person. He makes now currently 6 figures a year. He recommended to me, he was like, yo, you should teach people how to do this. Like, do it on YouTube. For 6 months, didn't do it on YouTube. I'm like, yo, I'm not doing this stuff on YouTube. What the heck? This is illegal. That's what I used to think to myself. Like, yo, flipping phones, like I'm buying phones from scammers and flipping them to wholesale buyers. And like, oh, I don't know. Then I put it on YouTube one day, like phone flipping, and then I seen people talking about it. I got on here. One of the phone flippers tried to like bully me off because I started speaking the truth because he was lying, talking about, yeah, my name is Big, whatever his name was, and yeah, like I got all these phones from the Apple store. The video was like how to get phones from Apple store. He was getting like iPhone 8s from Apple, and I blasted this guy. I was like, yo, bro, you're using gift cards. You're scamming and you're swiping cards to get gift cards, and then you're spending the gift cards on phones, and you're just turning some stolen credit card into money. And I'm not into money, taking somebody's stolen credit card, putting it on an Apple gift card, then you're buying phones, then turning it into real cash, and then putting it on YouTube like you're really doing this. He ain't like that. I called him out. My guy was hot. He thought I was out of pocket like a pistol in a robbery. But I had to call it out because all I knew was how to be real. So, yeah, like then the rest is history. I just started hustling. I just kept going. Then I started teaching people. And proud to say, like, I have mentees that have made money. I have mentees that have opened up a store in their state. I'm partnered with 3 of my mentees right now in different business ventures. One is a repair location, one is a mobile repair business, and one is a phone flipping, a buyback company in California. And like, this stuff is enjoyable to me. But the reason I told you guys this story was to tell you how, like, if something don't work, it's always okay to break down. It's always okay to break down. It's always okay to want to give up. It's always okay to say, yo, I suck at this. It's always okay to not be good. What's not okay is to give up. That's what's not okay. It's not okay to give up on yourself. It's not okay. I didn't give up on myself. I tied everything that I did in life to something material. Everything. Everything. You know, everything. And the girl that I had that I thought loved me, and the girl I had that was so sexy and so cute and bad and all that, right? Cheated on me. Multiple times. Because it was never me. It was never about me. It was always about what I had. You don't want it to be like that. That's why you don't want to give up on yourself. Because when you don't give up on yourself, nobody can ever use you for anything, because it's not about what you have that has the value. It's about what you consume, what's inside of you. But all right. So I am 13. Where should I start? Yo, bro, could you answer the question above? I assume because you asked me this. I think you're talking about this. Okay. I am 13. Where should I start? One, I commend you. You feel me? I commend you. If you're 13, if you under 20 and you're watching me, I commend you. If you're under 20 and you're a mentee of mine, because I do have those mentees too, you know I commend you. And the reason I'm saying that is because to be so young and understand that having a job isn't good enough is fucking impeccable. Where do you start? Because I know I could just talk for days. Where do you start? You start by doing this. You start by understanding money. That's what you start by doing. First of all, you got to understand money. What do I mean by understanding money? You got to understand this, okay? Let me show you a calculator, because I know you're like, where do I start? Because you're physically wanting to start, but mentally you have to start. So mentally, you got to understand one thing. Money is not to be saved. I'm going to say it again. Your mom, your dad, your grandmama, your auntie, your brother, your sister, your uncles, your great-great-grandmother, all of them, right? I want you to do this, right? Oh, you said no. I asked 2 other questions about sick dog name. Yeah, you can. You can use the site anywhere. Let me see something. You said you asked me a question. Hold on, let me see. Okay, let me answer these questions first, and then I'm gonna talk about it. Do you think that the AirPod reselling is oversaturated now? Because so many people say that on TikTok. TikTok is not a good platform to sell anything. TikTok is all fast money, cheap ass products. TikTok is garbage. TikTok is trash. TikTok is money because people are dumb. TikTok is for idiots. Let me explain. Just give me a second. You got people on TikTok. I'm about to go on a rant. You got people on TikTok. Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, my, all this bull crap, right? Let's see. Like TikTok, y'all, I'm telling you right now, it's trash. Why am I saying TikTok is trash? The person that asked me for the 13, when should you start? Just hold on real quick. I got to snap real quick, okay? TikTok is trash, okay? Why
Elsa?
TikTok? You want to know why the United States wants to ban TikTok? The United States wants to ban TikTok because it is for dumb idiots. Why? Because
you opened your link.
Hey, I'm the owner.
Here's how
don't use it right, how to be manipulated. I have a TikTok.
If you're a web designer,
right? It's hard for me to build one because I understand how stupid TikTok is. Okay, stupid. All of this stuff right here is dumb, and none of it's gonna make me better. None of it. None of it.
Need to be on your hand.
Just do the thing.
Chat, name a rapper that starts with.
Not gonna scroll for days being entertained, right?
Somebody do something!
The reason I'm telling you this.
Somebody do something!
All right. The reason I'm telling you this, right, is because if you're taking advice from TikTok, I'm gonna pray for you. Okay, TikTok does have helpful people on there, but I'm saying the masses of TikTok is a platform used to just manipulate your mind. Okay, it's used to just have you distracted and to easily convert you into a customer, because the more you see something over and over, the more you're more impulsed to buy it. TikTok is an awesome platform for weak-minded people. So I never would sell or take advice from anybody on TikTok. But take AirPods. Sorry for going that small rant. AirPods are definitely not oversaturated if you are buying the right ones. Okay. If you're not buying the right ones and you're buying the cheap ones, then yes, they are very much so oversaturated. The cheap shit is oversaturated for sure. Because you got to think about it. If you're buying the cheap knockoffs that don't even look real, don't even work well, then of course people are going to get tired of them, and people are going to get tired of buying the same ones over and over and over and over and over. They're going to get tired of it. So what I would say is understand the concept of supply and demand. People do want AirPods that look real, but they also want AirPods that function right. You understand me? So that's my take on that. What age I started making money at like 17. Me and this guy that just messaged, tall guy Dom, me and him made 6 figures in high school. But that was something completely lucky. That was just like multi-level marketing and stuff. We've made a lot of money. Okay, money, and I'm blessed that I was able in high school to make a lot of money and lose it all and do dumb stuff with it. To realize how not to treat money. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I really do appreciate that. I really do. Let me answer this question. All right, I'm 13. Where should I start? If you're under your 20s or even under your 30s, right? I'm 30. I'm old as hell now. I just turned 30 August 3rd. But I mean, I buy really good quality AirPods, $30 from DHgate. I compare them to my one, except for the noise cancellation not working. If it don't work, if the noise cancellation don't work, then it ain't it. But the only way you could tell if they're oversaturated is if you try to sell them and they don't work. I mean, hey, it's definitely not oversaturated though. I make a lot of money off of those, but I make so much money I don't even sell them to people anymore. You know what I mean? I've made so much money selling reps to people, I don't even want to sell it no more for tax purposes at this point. I've already disclosed in one of my videos how much I make from replicas. It's a lot of money. But now how much do I make off of things like this though? Way more than I've ever made with replicas. You want to know why? Because customers keep coming back. That's why. I made so much more money off of these type of items because customers come back for these because they're actually what they wanted. You know what I mean? You sell somebody replicas, 9 times out of 10 they're not coming back. The secret to becoming rich and to being wealthy is being able to have residual, being able to have people always come back to you because they know that your product is good. Like let's think of it like those like gangster movies where they're selling product and the people they selling the product to is like, oh my God, this is some good stuff. And then they just keep coming back, right? I always thought about it like that. Like I want people to keep coming back for the product they got. Come back to me because you know that that phone repair was quick and the quality of it was awesome. The quality of the screen was awesome. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I think of it. Like, I'd rather people really love my stuff rather than be fooled. You know what I mean? Like, that's just the truth. If you guys could like the video, I really, really would appreciate it, guys. Like the video for me. All right, so let me get into this. I'm going to stay on this topic. I am 13 years old. Where should I start? I'm excited. I keep getting sidetracked. I apologize. If you're under 21, under 30, the first thing that you need to realize when it comes to making money or where to start is start with your mindset. Because if you don't start with your mindset, you could potentially make money and blow it. Okay. A lot of people are broke, but they have a check coming in. Right. So if you're 13 years old, you probably don't have any money coming in. That's an issue. Okay. If you're 13 years old and broke, that is a problem. If you're 19 years old and broke, that's a problem. 13 years old, you have an excuse because you can't really get a job. Right. We're going to normalize this. If you want to become successful, get a job. I'm going to say that again. 13 years old, all the way to 30, get a job. Now, I'm not saying stay at the job. Do not stay at the job. Don't stay at the job. Just get the job. You want to be successful, have a job. 13 years old, have a job around the house. Ask your mom. Explain to your mom, your parents, whoever. Yo, listen. Hey, mommy. Hey, daddy. I want to start my own business. 9 times out of 10, your parents are not going to be okay with this. They're not going to like it. They're not going to agree with it. And they're going to think you're going to fail. They're 99% of parents are going to think you're going to fail. Okay. When you first bring this up to them. My mom thought I was going to fail. She thought I was going to be a failure in high school. She said I would never graduate. I was going to be a bum. I was going to be homeless. My mom had zero belief. My mom has never been to any of my stores. My mom probably, she never came and brought a product for me. I gave her things, but she's never supported me one day in my life when it came to my business. My grandmother told me that my grandfather had a business and it failed, to be careful because all I'm going to be is a failure. You know what I mean? So your parents don't set I just want to let you guys know, your parents do not set the momentum for you being successful. Your dad, your mom, your brother, they don't determine if you're going to be anything in life. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Okay. Use it as motivation, but don't use it as motivation to become a dick. Okay. Don't do what I did. And my mom told me I wasn't going to be anything. And all I did throughout my teenage years was prove her wrong, not go to school, instead go to Florida and shoot videos and skip school and say, I don't even need school anymore because I have more money than you, mother. So whatever you tell me to do, you can just, call my phone that I pay for so I can deny the call. Don't do that. Do not take that stuff out and become an arrogant asshole. Instead, you want to use it as fuel, as you want to show them a way that they may not know. Okay. All right. So you want to make sure you have some type of income coming in. It could be $20 a week. It could be whatever, right? I have 400 saved up. My younger brother has a grass cut. Okay, cool. Perfect. Exactly. My guy, you're going to be successful. Okay. You have $400 saved up. Now you're going to think to yourself, okay, I got money saved up. That really means something. It doesn't, because saving money is a broke person's habit. Why do I say that? Because when you save money, you are treating money the complete opposite way it wants to be treated. Money does not grow being saved. A lot of us think it does because that's what school tries to tell us. School is a factory for broke people. I am not learning from a teacher that can barely put food on her own table. Let me say it again. It's hard for me to learn from a teacher that can barely put food on their own table. It's hard for me to learn economics from a teacher that has never seen 6 figures in their account. But they do need to teach us, because they teach some valuable things. The reason why I say it's hard is because they won't relate with me mentally, and I can't really get the entrepreneur aspect out of them, right? They only teach me how to be a basic robot. Here's the truth. You have $400. If you were to keep saving that money, let's just hypothetically say that you are saving, the lawn business is giving you $100 a month. So you have $400. We have what, like 4 months left in the year. So you'll have $800 by the end of the year. Okay, cool. The difference between being an entrepreneur, okay, and this is really about to fuck somebody's head up. The difference between being an entrepreneur and being a broke person is a broke person is going to say, okay, I'm going to save it all the way into the end of the year, and I'm going to just make that $800. And then I'm going to just keep saving until I have enough to start a business. An entrepreneur is going to say, okay, I'm young. I have a roof over my head. I have parents that really technically, they have to help me survive, right? So this is the time for me to take a lot of risk. So what I would personally do if I was in my teens is I would say, okay, I got $400 saved. That's not it. That's not good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide it by 2. So now I know I have $200. One pot is going to be my investments. The other pot is going to be, well, you don't really need to pay for bills, I would hope. So it's going to be another investment or whatever you want. But you're going to split your bread up, okay? Now, from that $200, you're going to put it into something. Products, phone, whatever you want to do. I don't know if you want a product flip or phone flip, but let's say you wanted a product flip. So if you wanted a product flip, you have $200. You can get adapters, prime example, right? So you can get these. I'm just trying to really narrow it down to a small idea, okay? So you can get these adapters, right? You can get these adapters, and these adapters you can get for $3.50. This is a true scenario. Okay. So 200 divided by $3.50 means you'll get 57 chargers. Why the flip would I want 57 adapters, Brandon? Are you out of your mind? Why? Let me tell you why. Because just like your parents have a house, that's an asset. Just like your parents have a car, assuming, asset. As a kid, the biggest asset you can have is some type of product. Why? Because 57 adapters that I brought for $3.50, and yes, Jeff Boy, I hooked you up with the adapters for $3.50. All you got to do, go to Hustler. Go to WESPLY.com. Go to custom order. Is I want you to do. You don't have to do this, but I'm just letting you know because I don't want you to think this is an unrealistic thing. You just put adapters and then put 57 and then put 13-year-old from YouTube or whatever. I got you. 3, and then make sure you put $3.50 and my team will handle it. All right. But back to my example. So those 57 adapters that you have now, you can now list them on a bunch of platforms. But the main issue you may have is that you're too young, right? Here's the great part about being young. So you can either say, all right, I'm too young. I'm going to ask one of my siblings or somebody in my family if they could make me a MERCARI account, a Facebook account, or eBay account, which, oh my God, if I knew what I knew now when I was young, I would definitely do that. But hey, mom, you can monitor it. You can do this, that, and the third. You can hook it up to your bank account, or could we create me a little account? And I want to do this. I really want to do this. So you go ahead and you can sell this online. And you can sell each one, right? You're going to go over, you're going to hit profit margin calculator, okay? Oh, why did I do that? Profit margin calculator. And then you're going to go to this calculator right here. You're going to say it cost me $3.50. I want to make at least a 60% profit margin. You're going to sell each one for $8.75. We say 60% profit margin because you don't want to go under 60 really, nor do you want to go over 75. So you can say 75, but we're just going to do 60 right now. It's the lowest, right? So we're going to say $8.75 per adapter I'm selling. This might take you a week to sell, might take you 2 weeks, might take you a month. But the reason you want to sell and the reason you want to do this is because you want to build that 200 up into more money. Stay with me. So from this $8.75, we're going to sell them, right? And it's going to be 75. No, whoa. Let me go back. So $3.50, and then I said that it's 200. Okay, so it was 57. All right, perfect. So we're gonna what the heck? Okay, we're gonna sell 57 of them, right? So for $8.75 times 57, that's going to give me $498.75. Why is that important? It's important. Oh, I'm like, what the heck? All right, it's important because now understand how instead of you saying I got 400 saved up, and remember the little example I said is you're going to make $100 saving money for the rest of the year, which would it would make you $800. But in the month you already made, you turned that 200 into $498.75. Then what you're going to do, because remember, you already have 200. Remember, we put them in two piles. It was 200 right here, 200 right here. You took this 200, invested it into something small like an adapters, right? Got 57 of these. You sold them for $8.75 each, and you put them on eBay, you put them on OfferUp or MERCARI, and you hooked it up to your parents' account, or your parents made you a bank account. You let them know, express to them that this is something you want to do for a side hobby. Now you have $498.75 in that little in that savings, right? In that thing. So that 498, right? That is the amount of money that you made. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take that 498, you're going to divide that by 2 again. So now you have $249 that you're putting into your other bucket with that other 200 that you had. So now you got $449 just to play with if you want to like buy candy or do whatever you do with your life or buy more grass cutting material. I would just invest this into another income stream. But you also have another $249 to work with now. And you want to know what I would do? If the adapters are something I was selling that was really good, I'm going to buy more adapters. Or I can say, okay, I'm going to put 200 back into some more adapters. But next, what I'm also going to do, I'm going to take that $49 and I'm going to buy cable cords to pair with the adapters now. The reason I say as a 13 to 14-year-old, you want to sell adapters is because everybody needs them, including your parents, including your teachers, including different staff, including people at your mom's job, including people at church, including people at different clubs, including people in general. Every adult needs these. And if they see that you are a young individual selling these, they're going to think, oh, well, I can help this young man make money. It's nothing more appealing than a young individual selling a product. Okay. So then, boom. You're making that money from the adapters, but you have $49 left, right? I'm going to buy cables. So for a regular cable, a type C to lightning cable, the type of cable that fits in here, which is going to be, sorry guys, which is going to be, oh, not that one. It's going to be one right here like this, right? You're going to take this. So this usually costs one of these. And again, everything I'm saying is accurate. $125. Okay. So $125. So we have $49, right? 49 divided by 125. Okay. I'm going to get 39 of them. Okay. Now I got 39 of these. I know that I paid 125. What? I'll charge somebody $250 per cord, right? So 250 times freaking, it was a 49. Did I say 49, y'all? I keep forgetting. My mind is running. All right, 125 divided by 49. What am I doing? No, it's 49. I'm tripping. I just had a brain fart. Okay, 39. Okay, so 39 times what we say, 250, right? $2.50 each cord. Because now I become like the charger kid, right? Now I'm making $97.50 from that. Okay. This includes my initial investment recoup, of course. But from that $97.50, I can now reinvest in more cords and put more money back into that bucket. As you continue to repeat the same thing I just taught you, you're going to effectively have that savings if that's what you're doing with it, saving it. I wouldn't do that. I would, because remember, you already have $449 that is just sitting there, and you could put that into something else, right? But it's so much more you can do. So much more. But that's a small formula of how you can become very wealthy as a kid. Literally, like, it's not that hard. And everybody I just broke that down to, you should be ashamed if you're not doing anything like that. Because guys, come on now. Come on. I literally just broke down how to literally start your own electronic business. Like, I'm so happy for my kids because Jesus, they'll be all right. Because that's what they've been to do. I'm not giving them no money. They're going to learn and do it themselves. Do you think focusing on money instead of school as a 13 or 14-year-old is good and having a mindset to become rich and successful? Very, very great question. Let me ask you something. Why would you why would you focus on school? XAV, let me ask you that. What do you mean? This is a great ass question. Should you focus on school when you're 13 and 14, guys? What grade are you in when you're 13 and 14? I start with $50. Could you start with $15? Why wouldn't you start? I mean, if that's what you want to do, you can start with $15. That's fine. It's going to take you a long time to make money, but you could definitely start with it. You can start with anything, but I'm going to tell you something, right? Would you say that if it was something that was going to immediately benefit you? Let's say this. Let's say if I said, yo, guys, all I need is for you to invest $200 in my business, and then I'll give you a 5% in Hustler Taught Me, my business. I give you a 5% stake in all revenue. You do it, right? You'll say, oh, I got 200. Fuck the 50. I got 200 right here. Right? Because you want money. But when it comes to you betting on yourself, you rather invest just 50. And that's that. This right here, I'm not trying to, throw you under the bus, but this mindset, yeah, you can start with 50, but is that all you're worth? Is that all you're worth right there? 50? I think you're worth a little bit more betting on yourself. A little bit more. Like 100 at least, my guy. a little bit. Yeah, I know school won't make me rich or successful, and I don't need it in life, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. Okay, so when you're 13, 14, you're in 8th, 9th grade. Okay, perfect. So 9th grade is when I stopped learning stuff, right? And don't get me wrong, you definitely should pay attention to school. Definitely pay attention to school. Never put money over school. Make money while you're in school. That's what I did. Like, I lied to you. Now the tall guy Dom is in here, which I don't think he's still in here, but I think he got off. He was the guy in my school. Me and him was making money, throwing. I swear to everything I love in the hallway. We were just doing this with money. We were doing the most. I got suspended because I signed up people from my school for Wake Up Now. They didn't even know what Wake Up Now was. Parents were calling the principal, telling the principal, hey, there's like a guy in your school and he's like selling my son energy drinks. And my son is not allowed to have energy drinks. We're vegan. My mom was done with me. When I got suspended for using all of the paper in the library, my mom was done with me. I used all the paper in the library. I'm talking about all of it. I took all of the paper and made flyers, filled a duffel bag up with the flyers, and started flying neighborhoods after school. So, and I got C's, D's, and some B's in school. But guess what? The grades didn't define me, because I know people that have A's straight out. Got nieces that have A's and all of that, right? And you want to know something? Having good grades is awesome, but a lot of people that have good grades don't know how to fail. And when they do fail, they don't know how to handle it. Y'all ever met that person that get all A's and then when they get a bad grade, they're like, oh my God, no, oh my God, no. You know what I mean? But it's nothing bad with that in some perspectives. But what I learned is, one thing I will never tell my children is you gotta come home with an A. You gotta come home with a B. Because see, the school system is only telling you, hey, you need to perform to what your job is telling you. And if you underperform, then based on our criteria, then you are a failure. If you get an F, you're a failure. To who? Because I didn't know the answers to the question, because the teacher gave me a homework assignment to study this book. I'm a failure? But what if I don't learn that way? What if I learn a different way? What if I learn when you actually are intimate with me teaching me? What if I learn when you're giving me examples with money? Or what if I learn about history by watching movies, but we haven't watched a movie in class yet? That's why in school, yes, you should pay attention. You should do what your teacher asks you. You should be obedient, but you also should never, just like as an adult, just rely on one thing. You should never, as an adult, go to work every single day and be content. You should always be coming home saying, you know what can I do more? How can I make my life better? What can I do just in case my job decides to get rid of me? What should I do? Yeah, the website is wesply.com. You could definitely replay it, bro. How much your 85 watt chargers? Is that what you're saying? I'm not, because these are 18, but 85. What exactly are you asking me? If you want to know a price, all you do is simple, right? Go here. Go to wesupply.com. You have to sign up. You got to sign up. It's free. It's just put your name and stuff. Then you go to custom orders, fill this out, and then you can ask me. You can ask for any product you want. So the chargers, I'm telling you right now, if you're young, stick with chargers and stuff. I'm telling you. Yeah. Why? Okay. Yeah. So we have 18 all the way to 85 watt. I don't know exactly the 85 watt one. The 85 watts are just like MacBook chargers, though. They're not going to be like, I don't believe we have 85 watt of these. These are 18. But we have 18, 20 watt, 25 watt. The higher the watt, the faster the charge, if anybody's wondering. But yeah, so focus on both. You should never just focus on one thing. Because I even know my employees right now that are working at my store, they're not worth anything to me other than what they did today and yesterday and the next day and the other day and what they do tomorrow. Like, and what I mean by that, I'm not talking about, people. I'm talking about like business wise. Like, if you're an employee and you're my best friend sitting in the store and not helping customers, you're costing me money, buddy. So gotta go. You gotta go, because I do have a family to feed, and I am paying you a salary, and you're taking from me and not making me anything, so you gotta go. And I would never want to ever have anybody tell me that I have to go. I would never want to leave it up to being disposable. Y'all want to know something about the employees that I have? Any employee I've ever had, you want to know what I did? I hooked them all up. Every month they get a free product box, and they are able to list them wherever they want, because I want them to be financially stable themselves. you know? And that's just what I like. That's exactly what I like. So it's just so important to me to just continue to help people make money, because it's rough out there, feeling like you need somebody. And that's, if you're 13 or young in general, because you don't even got to be 13. You don't even got to be 13. If you're young, I don't ever want you guys to feel like you just gotta just stay somewhere. Okay, I've watched people suffer. That's all I'll say. I watched my mother, even though she worked for the military, I watched her get bullied by a man boss, harassed by a man boss. It's not okay. And for all of my men watching, would you want your daughter to ever feel like they can't move, they can't go, they have to stay at that job because they got to feed their children? Make sure that you create financial wealth so the people under you can follow you. How much is shipping for UK? It shows you at checkout. It calculates it. For the product box, it should calculate it at checkout, depending on your location. The boxes, so all of my dimensions are really, really simple. So I have the cheapest shipping possible. I don't put the full box dimensions, and I already know how to get through customs. Been doing it for years. I know how to get things through customs at a fairly, I don't want to say too much, but a fairly cheap price. Bro, what's up? What's poppin'? What's up, broski? How you? Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Did you build your store on Shopify? Shopify sucks. When we talk about, okay, so I feel like we're touching on a lot of topics, right? And I'm okay with that. Shopify, right? So I first started out with Wix, right? When I first started my store in high school, Wix was easy because it was a drag and drop. Then I moved to Shopify for 9 years. I've made a lot of money with Shopify. A lot of money with Shopify. The biggest and most intriguing thing with Shopify to me was when they stopped making us use Stripe, and then they actually partnered with Stripe, and then Shopify actually started paying you the next day every time, right? The reason I say Shopify sucks, though, is because no matter what, when you start to make a lot of money online, you start to realize you don't really have the control. Whether it's with PayPal, Shopify, eBay, Wix, whatever, they actually hold your money. They ask you for verification stuff. And that's why I know all of these people right here are liars. All of these people are liars. Now, why do I say that, right? Because let's take this person, for example. If you make all this money, right, with Shopify, drop shipping, 85, 90% of it is on hold all the time. Because see, when they start seeing a large amount of money come through, they start doing investigations and start trying to make sure that you are compliant, make sure that you're tax compliant, also that you're compliant with Shopify. Shopify has a very annoying terms and conditions where it's like you can't sell certain things. And then if you do look at it and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm good, it's like fine print and always BS, right? So I tend to, and I'm very smart, so I tend to hop through different website creators because, prime example, reps, AirPod reps. A lot of people ask me, should I sell it on Shopify? No, you shouldn't, because what's going to happen is if you start making 6 figures with the AirPods, Apple, not Apple exactly, but a representative from Apple is going to complain Shopify, and then Shopify is going to take your site down immediately. Not immediately, excuse me. Like they're going to take it like down without you knowing. Like it's just going to be one day you're going to wake up and then not be able to access it. Now you can get it back. I've done that before. I got mine's back, but it takes time. You got to get legal involved and all that. So yes, I have made and built money. I mean, I make a lot of money off of line, right? But I also only work with platforms that work for me. So if Shopify is acting stupid, I got Wix on the side ready to just go and fire up. Also, I always reinvent and become better. I'm never stagnant. I never am comfortable. Anybody that has been watching me for a while already knows that, because seasonal changes with me always happen. I always end up making a wholesale website. That's right before Christmas. Why? Because I want to separate my incomes for my tax purposes. I want to stay under a certain tax bracket in certain businesses and LLCs. That's why we have wesply.com. And then I have Hustler Taught Me, because when I have both combined, I reach a certain tax bracket. Also, to stay compliant with different websites or the website terms. So, yeah. Should profit margin change to how much a product costs? If so, should you have a higher or low price product? Great question. I can't believe you're 13. You are an awesome 13-year-old. You ask all of you young individuals that are on this channel, you guys always ask very respectable questions, and it just shows how well you were raised, and I admire that. So when it comes to profit margin, right? So if I have a profit margin, let's say I'm selling an iPhone for $250, right? Oh, sorry, I got an iPhone 11. Let's say I get iPhone 11s for $250 to my store. I can't use a 60% profit margin, because then it would be astronomically high. So yes, there are tiers between having a high profit margin and a low profit margin percentage. If I have a high product that is over $100 or over $150, it also depends on what the product is. If this is a drone that does 4K and auto comes back to you and does all this fancy stuff, then maybe I might do a 60% profit margin depending on what the market value is. But if I know I have an iPhone 11 that I give $250 and I want to finance it to people, right? I'll use a $40 margin, because I won't go over 50, because 500, that's, yes, me getting another 250, but that's unrealistic, it's greedy, and it's not going to sell. But 35 is sort of kind of the sweet spot that I use if I have anything over $100. Now, if I had something over $100, let's see, what would be $100? Sometimes, believe it or not, speakers. So if I had a $35 profit margin, that would be $153. That would be a bit much for, I can't even move this speaker over here, but a speaker, like a JBL speaker. So what I would do, because I have a JBL, but it's hooked up right now. But and what I would do is I would say, okay, let me change this to 25%, right? If I have a JBL speaker, I still wouldn't be able to do that, because that doesn't make sense. Like I would just, I'm sorry, 25 would make sense. 30 would make sense. Like you play around with it, but never go over 50% profit margin for like any. It really depends. It's like so much there. It depends. Yes, it does. Because I feel like I can get really in depth with it. Oh man, I shouldn't have missed this speaker. But yeah, it really depends. But yes, profit margins do change depending on products. Also, I think if you make a certain amount of money on Shopify, then you finally need to register as a business for it, and that's how. No. Well, yeah, but then you finally need a registered business for it, and that's the hard part, as I'm not 18, so I can't get a register. Okay, so number one, you can get an LLC no matter what. And that's where you actually can get a business registered. You're going to go to your parents and you're going to say, hey, I want to start a business. And respectfully, if you support me, which I know you won't technically support me mentally, but hopefully physically you can support me. And I know that it may be a risk, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. I'm making this investment out of my pocket. I'm not asking you for anything but help. I want to go into a partnership with you. And once I turn 18, I would like to dissolve your ownership of any assets or equity within the company and take 100%, unless as a parent, you are investing and funding my business as well. But I also would like to have that in writing. And that's what you tell them. I'm being dead ass serious. Like, that's what you tell your parents, like, all respectfully, I'm about my business. Because what will happen is somebody like my mom, if I was to do that, she would try to take some of my business. Like, that's just what it is. Like, she would be like, oh yeah, well, Brandon, I thought you were playing a little game, but this is coming along quite well. And so mama's gonna keep her percentage. No, we have this in writing, and I would like to dissolve your partnership or dissolve our partnership, or I'll give you 1% equity, or I'll give you 5% if you invest such and such. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can still have a business. My friend does drop shipping, but apparently his dad pays 2K euros a month for the registered business. And I know my parents wouldn't pay that much. And it's not because they don't want to help me. That is a great point. So it's not because they don't want to help you, but they probably because it's a little bit out of the budget. Got you. I understand that. Not saying your parents don't support you. Okay, let me get this clear. I'm not saying that your parents won't support you. I'm saying the majority of different situations. I want to say the worst case scenario, because if I say the worst case, then you already know what to do for the best, you know? But the worst case scenario, I only can talk about it when you like down. My mom didn't support me, so I'm just speaking on that. But if your parents support you, which I hope they do, and that's lovely, then yeah, that's great. But if they don't want to pay 2K euros, then that's really, to be honest, fair. You should be paying that. Don't ask your parents to help you register the business if you can't pay the 2K. You know what I mean? And if you can't pay the 2K, it's not time to register the business because the business don't work yet. It's because 2K a month is just so much to pay when there's no guarantee that I'll make it back. All right, listen. You know how you said your parents support you, right? Understand this. Nobody's going to support you no matter if they're your blood or not like you. Nobody's going to love you no matter if they're blood or not like you. Let me just tell you the harsh reality, because I've been on this earth for 30 years and I had to learn this, right? It's not that your parents don't support you. It just doesn't make sense for them, right? Which makes sense. 2K euros. Don't know how much that is in American dollars, but one thing I will say, if I had to pay $1,000 a month to keep my business registered, I know for a fact that I wouldn't register that business unless I'm making it, but I would never phrase it in what you just phrased it as. And this is where, as being younger, I want you to start thinking different. And remember, I talk and I try to talk to you guys like y'all my siblings. So I'm being honest with you. I'm not color coding nothing, right? I'm gonna read this again. I'm gonna respond to you like you my brother, okay? It's because 2K a month is just so much to pay when there's no guarantee that I'll make it back. Okay, what do I have an issue with? I have an issue with this part right here. No guarantee. There's no guarantee that you're gonna make shit in life. That's what I would say as your brother. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that even if you could pay the 2K a month, that you will be able to come out profitable after that, right? There's no guarantee for nothing. Don't ever go into anything acting and feeling like there has to be a guarantee. Now, the reason I say that is because when you just starting out, mentally, you want to start understanding that you're going to have to take risks, right? And that is a big risk, but it's a risk that, guess what? If I know for a fact that I'm paying $100 a month or $200 or $1,000 a month, I'm busting my ass every single day to make sure that this business survives and thrives. And when I come to the conclusion or find out that, hey, I can't pay this $2K and I busted my behind, then I already know it's time to pop that bubble and move on to something else or reinvent that business. I need to take a step back. But there's no guarantee, and I understand what you're saying, but I do want to have you understand your mindset too. Risk is a big thing as an entrepreneur. You have to take as many risks as you can, as many. I'm not saying to take this one, but I'm just saying, don't ever think that risk is bad. I'm not saying you think risk is bad. I'm just saying in general to anybody, taking a risk, being risky is one of the most, I think, important things as an entrepreneur, the younger you are. Because if you take all of the risk while you're young, when you mature, you start to know when to spot a bad one and a good one. But if you are always living scared, you're no different from the employee that's like, damn, I got to go into work and I got to work overtime because I'm barely making the money to pay the rent. And I don't want to risk losing my job. And I know I need to like do better and get another one, but I can't even go to that interview because I got to go back to the job. And like told me they're going to fire me if I call out again. And like, fucking hate it here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fear is how they keep you on a hamster wheel in life. Fear is how employees operate. All employees that live check to 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 check, they're only living in fear. They can't even enjoy their life all the way unless their employee gives them bonuses and PTO, which is paid time off. Like, they can't do nothing. Like, it's sad, sad reality. Is it a good idea to invest in crypto if you have studied in crypto in your free time? Crypto, I would never invest in crypto if I invest in myself. Let me see. I mean, I feel like I should be a preacher. I would never invest in another currency or any other business if I didn't invest in myself. Like, how can I, because I wonder this all the time. How can people invest in stocks but not invest in their dreams? Is it because they feel like, well, this thing is already established, so I'm going to invest in it and hopefully I get crumbs? That's crazy. There's a really big delay when sending this message, so you'll probably reply late. But I phrased that sentence wrong. I know there's no guarantee, but I understand taking over. I got you. No, I got you. It was not just for you. It was just like in general. You know what I mean? Like, I just really want you to know, like, take risks. I've taken risks that have fucked my life up for a little bit, but in the long term, it's really helped me. You know, it's really, really helped me. Like, it's really helped me, you know? So, like, taking those risks is, like, really, really good. It could be really, really beneficial if you take them at the right time, fail at the right time. Like, you know, as a kid now, if I was a kid taking those risks, you know what I would think to myself? Heck yeah, I'm going to take these risks because what's the worst thing that can happen? My parents got to still take care of me. But when you're growing up, it's like, damn, I take this risk and this thing don't work. And it's like, I still got to pay the light bill. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I would think. You know, it's really an interesting perspective and a way to think, but it's beautiful. Like, failing is really beautiful. It hurts and pain does come with it, but I love failing because it teaches me way more than me succeeding. Like, success feels good, but failure hurts bad, but teaches. Failure feels good, but teaches you nothing. I mean, success feels really good, but teaches you nothing. Failure hurts like a mother freaker, but teaches you everything. You know, it's interesting. It's really interesting. You know, but yeah, I'm about to get off, y'all. And work on some other things, but I'm just so happy you guys all joined me today. Like, I'm just so, let me get the right word. I'm happy that you guys joined, but more than happy, I'm happy you guys talked and asked questions and put your input, because that's how we grow. Like, I feel like somebody, if not all of us, grew from this in some way. And I like to approach every day attempting to grow in some way. And everyone that has joined this conversation has grew. Everyone that has watched this video has grew. And while, I threw shots at videos like this, like these, and like all the other videos on how to make money and stuff. Like, yeah, I threw a lot of shots. But one thing I will say is all of these people should show you that there's always room for you to pass the next person. The reason I say that is because while you're grinding your ass off, the next person is trying to get a cheat code. And they think this is the cheat code. Like, earn $10 per app you download for free. Make money online 2024. While I don't know Dave, I see Dave has 323K subscribers. And it just shows, in my eyes, when I see things like this, 323K subscribers I've already passed mentally. Because if you're subscribing to content like that, and not no shot to him, but I'm saying in general, that just obviously is lying to you. You're skipping the hard work. You're not Kobe in the gym. You're not Allen Iverson in the clutch. You're not LeBron James in the Olympics. You're more like the person that works and plays at LA Fitness. Like, you want to look good when it's easy and convenient for you. You want something that seems easy. But when the lights turn on, and when the moment gets bright, and when you have to put food on your table, the work, the research, the effort, the precision, the care that you put into your business is going to matter. So keep putting in the work, whoever's watching. You know what I mean? Keep putting yourself first and doing the right thing. I actually wrote this above like an hour ago, bro. To be honest, you need to become so much more famous on this platform. You really teach people something. No, I really, 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 really appreciate that. I'm very interested where life is going to take me and where this platform will take me. This platform has done so much for me, with me not even being as recognized. But that's where I was telling you earlier, like, maybe I'm not meant to be famous on YouTube or sought out on YouTube. Maybe that's not my lane. Maybe that's not for me. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna quit or that my passion will go away, because whoever I'm in front of or whoever my video is clicked by, and the person that likes the video or comments or whatever, joins the live chat, I like to think that it's for them. You know how many times I've went live and not one person viewed? Like it hurts, but I started getting numb to it and started realizing, do the video for yourself. Go live and act like you talking to the younger you. You know what I mean? Like that's what I started to realize. You know, so I really like hearing stuff like that. Not only makes my day, but it makes me go hard because it makes me feel appreciated more. You know what I mean? It makes me feel more appreciated. It makes me feel loved. And it makes me feel like what I do matters. By the way, what do you think of the blank cards scamming method? Never heard of that method. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Supposed to go get tacos at like hey, yeah, I'm live. That's why I didn't text back. Okay. All right, bye-bye. I appreciate you, tall guy Dom. Yeah. I was talking about you earlier. Because I told people we used to actually make money in high school, leaving school, spending money. You know, we was rich before we even left, high school. We was rich before we even got out of high school and blew it. Bro, the Dave Nick Daily guy is a scammer. Yeah, all his methods I tried. They're fake. Yeah, the platform that you pay for, you're writing it something. Yeah. Yeah. They're fake. They're all scammers. Now all these people are liars, bro. And people watch this stuff because all they want, right, is to make money quick. The secret to life is you ain't gonna make money that lasts quick. And these people, they only want to get. He got paid. I mean, he got paid probably like $80, but he got paid something. You know what I mean? Hey, that's how life is. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, please. Share my videos. And also, guys, like this video if you can. And I'll be live tomorrow. Actually, I think I went live yesterday. Didn't I go live yesterday? I think I went live yesterday. If I went live yesterday, then I'm on a roll. Because I really didn't want to go. I don't think I went live yesterday. Did I go live yesterday? I don't think I went live yesterday. Oh, I did go live yesterday. Cool. So, yeah. All right. Well, I'll be going live tomorrow. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you all. Take care as well, man. I'm going live tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow. I get my kids tomorrow. Being a parent and being a parent is hard. Don't have kids until you're ready. But luckily my kids are really awesome. Not really they don't really try to take me away from work, and they empower me. So I'm sure I'll be able to still go live tomorrow at this time. If not, it'll be in the morning. But yeah, I like going live like 3. I think that 3 Eastern. I think that's a good time because then we all can talk. All right, I see all of you guys. Oh, how old am I? Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you. How old am I? I just turned 30. Oh, how old are my kids? My kids. So one is 6 and one is 7. Yep. So they getting up there. I had them when I was young, and when I told y'all that story, I had my kids. Going. When I had my kids, I had kids, right? Like when I had my first kid, I had the option not to have my child, right? And I never thought like I would ever say, no, I don't want to have my kid. So I had my kid. And that was one of the biggest life altering things I've ever done in my life. Because when I had my kid, business wasn't as important as somebody. Like my kid now was important. So, it was very, very hard for me, to realize how important kids are. hard being a parent is. But I love it. It's another reason to keep going, and you know, it's all good. Love my kids, and we all gonna get it, man. I appreciate everybody for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys make money work for you, don't work for the money, man. If you have not already, make sure you guys are subscribing. Shout out to everybody that has subscribed. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers on Hustler Taught Me. Pull up, continue to make the money work for you, don't work for the money. And also believe in yourself. Like, you are the ish as long as you putting in the work and executing the way you need to. You feel me? I love you guys, man. And I see you guys at the top because it's too crowded at the bottom. Peace.